Now on WKRG News 5.
Something like this is a long-term plan. We can't be living in the moment in Alabama. We have to think into the future.
No deal why Governor Kay Ivey pumped the brakes on Amtrak's return to the Port City.
He didn't bother nobody. He didn't stand no mess. He kept a big smile.
A teenager is dead. A suspected killer remains on the run this morning. We've got a crime alert update straight ahead on News 5 this morning.
Local coverage you can count on. You're watching WKRG News 5 this morning.
Time now is 6 o'clock. It is Friday morning. We're glad you're waking up with us. I'm Jessica Taloni.
I'm Bill Riles. Thanks for watching, everyone. First on 5 this morning, another hot June day on tap. There'll be some humidity, too. Let's check in with John.
Yeah, I think you can count on that. We are looking here over Midtown Mobile from our tower, the Alpha Skycam, on Broadcast Drive. Got some mid-level cloudiness and a few fair weather cumulus clouds here, but we could see some storm clouds later today. 78 degrees with a light westerly breeze and high humidity, and that really is the big factor in our weather today. You'll notice it the second you walk outside. Temperatures in the 70s, already 80s. Gulf Shores, Pensacola, and Destin. Very little rain now. We do have more rain on the way for later today, especially in our most northern communities. And we'll talk more about that. Look ahead to the weekend on News 5 this morning.
News 5 traffic is brought to you in part by Green & Phillips Injury Lawyers.
Emergency personnel have just cleared that earlier accident where the pedestrian was struck there at Newman Road between Airport and Yancey Glen. Should be able to move through there without any more problems. Another accident with injuries, Airport at Hillcrest, and a fender bender there, Theodore Dawes at Carroll Plantation. No problems right now through the downtown Mobile area. We're looking good through the tunnels and on the Bayway and Causeway. In Pensacola, an accident involving injuries, Cervantes Street at A Street. It's in downtown Pensacola, being worked by Pensacola Police. I'm Kenny Fowler with your WKRG News 5 traffic.
A traffic alert for Mobile drivers this morning. Major repairs are set to begin this evening on a portion of Airport Boulevard at the I-65 overpass.
Well, those repairs are set to start at 7 o'clock this evening. The project will last about 10 days. The Alabama Department of Transportation is replacing a portion of the bridge deck on the I-65 overpass. For the entire scope of the project, the southbound on-ramp onto I-65 will be closed, and that means you'll have to find another way to get onto I-65, either Dauphin Street or Government Street. At some points during the project, there will be single and double lane closures in the westbound lanes of Airport. Crews will be working around the clock to try to speed up the process and reduce the headache for drivers.
And we are following breaking news this morning. The scene is now clear after a pedestrian was hit by a car in West Mobile.
Well, this happened on Newman Road between Airport Boulevard and Yancey Glen. News 5's Katerina Lukatich reports.
The scene just cleared up here in the last half hour, but before this was full of state troopers and sheriff's deputies as they are investigating after a pedestrian got struck just before 5 o'clock this morning. This happened on Newman Road between Yancey Glen and Airport Boulevard. We don't know the condition of the victim at this point, but we do know that they were taken to a hospital for treatment. We're working to learn an update for that. It appears that some white car hit a pedestrian. You could see that the side view mirror on the car was damaged. Again, we're working to gain more information, but the traffic is now cleared up for your morning commute. Again, this is on Newman Road between Yancey Glen and Airport Boulevard. In West Mobile, Katerina Lukatich, WKRG News 5.
Taking a live look at the Bayway this morning, all is clear at this hour. That was not the case, though, yesterday when a deadly crash backed up traffic for hours. Around 8 o'clock Thursday morning, a crash started a chain reaction of crashes involving 4 vehicles near the exit of the Causeway. 37-year-old Lori McClendon of Loxley was killed. Hours after that deadly crash, there was another one, this one in northwest Florida. It happened on Interstate 10 at the Avalon Boulevard exit in Santa Rosa County. 76-year-old Jimmy Berger died after an 18-wheeler crashed into his truck. The Florida Highway Patrol says Berger suddenly slowed down, and the 18-wheeler was not able to slow down in time.
Well, the body of a man was found outside a Dollar General store in Milton. Investigators with the Santa Rosa County Sheriff's Office were called to the Dollar General on Highway 90 in East Milton last night. Right now, the Sheriff's Office has not released the person's identity or the cause of death.
The search for a killer continues in northwest Florida this morning. Meanwhile, the victim is being remembered as a good person with a big smile. Wednesday night, 19-year-old Jaquan Berry was found shot to death near the intersection of Trenton Drive and Edison Drive in Pensacola. Sheriff's officials believe this could be a drug-related homicide because of evidence at the scene. The family that Barry was staying with lives just about 100 feet away from where he died. They say he stayed out of trouble. Jennifer Davis, the woman who lives there and who he called Auntie, described the type of person who would do this to Barry.
A person that is selfish, because they took an angel. That boy didn't bother nobody. He didn't bother nobody. He didn't stand no mess. He kept a big smile. Every time you see him, he got this big old pretty Kool-Aid smile on his face. And I'd be like, boy, you know you got a beautiful smile. You know, he didn't bother nobody. He'll give you his last, the shirt off his back.
Investigators are asking for the public's help in solving this murder. If you want to submit a tip anonymously, you can do that by calling 850-433-STOP. We are seeing dramatic new body camera video of a police dog taking down a suspect in Pensacola. Police say a man forced his way into his girlfriend's home on North K Street Wednesday night, and the response from police was caught on camera. In this video, you can see officers going up to that home. They say the suspect, Oliver Hurst, ran inside the home and refused orders. Police say Hurst grabbed a shotgun from the couch. In the slow motion portion of the clip, you can see the dog disarm him. Police say because of the dog's actions, Hurst was unable to shoot anyone. Hurst faces several charges, including assault on a law enforcement officer and burglary.
Well, an armed robbery caught on camera in Escambia County, Florida. This happened at the K&J Market on North W Street in Pensacola, not too far from Pensacola Catholic High School. The man in the dark sweatshirt, sunglasses with a white bandana covering his face pulled a gun, demanded cash and cigarillos before running away. The man is also wanted in several other robberies in the area. If you know who he is or where he is, contact the Escambia County Sheriff's Office. Happening today, Robert Chapman is expected to appear in court for a bond hearing. This morning, he's in Metro Jail charged with assault. The charges stem from an incident Wednesday night inside Callahan's, a popular Irish pub in Midtown Mobile. Police say Chapman stabbed another man several times during an argument. Witnesses say people inside the bar were able to hold down Chapman until police arrived and took him into custody. The owner tells News 5 the victim and the alleged attacker are regulars.
It was very quick. Nobody heard what happened, and there was no time to stop it.
At last check, the victim was in critical condition. While that crime is shocking to those who live nearby, residents tell us it won't stop them from supporting the Irish Social Club.
Now, meteorologist John Nodar with your First Alert Storm Team forecast.
No, Callahan's, it's a place to be in Midtown. Sometimes the best burger in the state.
That's what they say. That's what they say.
It's an institution and a pleasant one. So, yeah, a rough situation for those folks. Thinking about JT and the bunch over there, a nice bunch of people. All right, so let's talk about a couple of things. First of all, our steamy weather, but secondly, about the future.
Oh,
it's
the
always
future.
good to look into the future.
The future.
Do you have a crystal ball? Or?
No. Future forecasters, which we will be doing today from 10 to noon at the History Museum of Mobile. If you are between 6 and 12 years old, we had to limit that because of, well, you know, the Bill Riles trying to get in on this last time. Disappointed. So anyway, come on out to the History Museum between 10 and noon. You can bring your parents and we'll audition for Future Forecaster. If you are one of the winners, then your forecast will be seen on one of our News 5 broadcasts in the evening, and you'll get to come by and have a tour of the station and meet the meteorologist here. It should be fun. So come on out and give it a whirl at the History Museum of Mobile. That's on Royal Street from 10 a.m. till noon today. WKRG.com will have more info. All right, so our Alpha Sky Cam this morning. A good deal of blue sky, some mid-level cloudiness, really a pretty start to the day. We've got a radar that has a handful of tiny showers, and just within the last 2-3 minutes, the rain ended in Gonzales. We got a little shower here around Hamilton Bridge Road in the Pace area. Actually a little north of Hamilton Bridge Road. So if you're sitting there on Hamilton Bridge Road saying, hey, it's not raining on me, it's about 100 yards away from you. Otherwise, pretty quiet out there. We are waiting until this afternoon for showers and thunderstorms. We'll see some of them along the coast, but more in our interior communities. The farther north you are, the higher your rain chance today. Right now, the farther north you are, the cooler you are because it's 80s along the coast. Gulf Shores, Pensacola, and Destin, 70s elsewhere, including Mobile, Pascagoula, Grove Hill, and Evergreen. Dew points are in the 70s as well, so humidity is very high. This means there's a lot of moisture in the atmosphere, and you'll feel it when you walk outside. If you are looking at dew points, here's how you kind of gauge where you are. With 40s being dry, 50s comfortable, 60s humid, and here's where we are, right at the top of the scale in the uncomfortable zone. The next 12 hours will bring daytime highs around the 90-degree mark. So with those dew points, and they stay fairly consistent through the day, we are likely to see a heat index up around 100 degrees. Over the extended outlook, you'll see lower rain chances and maybe slightly lower humidity for Saturday and Sunday. 10% rain chance both days, bumping back up to 30% for Monday through the middle of next week. Highs in the low 90s, lows in the mid 70s.
Thanks, John. For the first time in 10 years, a Crimson Tide basketball player. Here's his name called in the NBA draft. The latest on Colin Sexton and where he is headed straight ahead.
Traffic is brought to you by Cart Doctor. Now at 5683 Highway 90 West. I-10 exit 15, 1 mile on the left.
Color the weather, brought to you by
Greer's.
No matter what the weather is, Greer's makes shopping quick and easy with Greer's Groceries to Go.
Sometimes being strong isn't just about what you do in the gym, it's about what you do in your life. Tonight at 5, we go on the road with a power lifter whose heart is as gold as his medals.
On the next Access.
Like open the party up.
Tiffany Haddish only on Access. Seemed like no big deal, but wait until you hear just how serious the Beyonce Bite fiasco really got. Next Access.
Tonight at 6 on the Gulf Coast CW.
For almost 40 years, the attorneys at Paget and Robertson have been representing people along the Gulf Coast with bankruptcy matters, including personal bankruptcy, Chapter 7 and Chapter 13. Contact our Mobile office today and let us help you answer your questions. We offer free consultations to people who want to discuss their bankruptcy-related matters.
Let Terry Thompson take you home in America's best-selling domestic SUV, the Chevy Equinox, for only $249 a month. Save $10,500 on new Silverado crew cabs and save 20% on a great selection.
At Terry Thompson Chevrolet in Daphne.
If you or a loved one have ever worked around asbestos, those products may have caused an undiagnosed lung injury. Exposure to asbestos from the 1950s to the 1980s has proven to cause widespread cancer and breathing problems, not only for those directly exposed, but also for wives and children of these workers indirectly exposed. Call Environmental Litigation Group now to set up your free asbestos screening, 1-800-749-9200. Valuable settlement monies could be yours and may not require filing of a lawsuit.
It's a massive store-wide makeover. Maloof Furniture will soon be the largest home furnishing center on the Gulf Coast. But first, everything wall-to-wall must go. Maloof has slashed prices on everything store-wide. Savings up to half off. Plus, take an extra 15% off floor models, and there's special financing till 2021. Floor samples near cost. Warehouse overstock slashed. Many items below cost at Maloof Furniture in Foley. Hurry in for the best selection. It's a massive store-wide makeover. Don't miss it.
Tired of unwanted body fat? Sometimes diet and exercise just aren't enough. Now, there's Cool Sculpting, an FDA-cleared non-surgical procedure that uses controlled cooling to freeze away fat cells. With Cool Sculpting, you can target the abdomen, thighs, upper arms, love handles, double chin, and more. Noticeable and long-lasting results with no needles, no surgery, and little to no downtime. Call now and receive $25 off your first treatment. 344-7474.
Summer sell down at Chris Myers. Every new GMC, thousands in savings. New 2018 Sierra 1500 2- and 4-wheel drives, up to $17,000 total savings. New 2018 Acadias with GM supplier pricing, up to $9,000 total savings. Chris Myers GMC Summer sell down. Sierra 1500 2- and 4-wheel drives, up to $17,000 total savings. Acadias, up to $9,000 total savings. Chris Myers, Buick GMC in Daphne. ChrisMyers.com.
For almost 40 years, the attorneys at Paget and Robertson have been representing people along the Gulf Coast with bankruptcy matters, including personal bankruptcy, Chapter 7 and Chapter 13. Contact our Mobile office today and let us help you answer your questions. We offer free consultations to people who want to discuss their bankruptcy-related matters.
Join me weeknights for WKRG News 5 at 6:30.
You're watching WKRG News 5, local coverage you can count on, with Bill Riles, Jessica Taloni, and meteorologist John Nodar. This is WKRG News 5 this morning.
All right, welcome back to News 5 this morning. Thanks for getting your Friday going with News 5 this morning. The Pensacola Blue Wahoos still have yet to play a game in the second half of the Southern League season. Yesterday's road series opener versus the Jackson Generals was postponed due to rain. The two teams will play a doubleheader today. The first game gets underway at 4:05. And the Mobile Bay Bears opened the second half of the season with a loss. They fell at home to the Tennessee Smokies 4-2. The Bay Bears will look to bounce back tonight at the Hank. First pitch at 7:05. Alabama's Colin Sexton didn't have to wait long to hear his name called in last night's NBA draft. The Crimson Tide point guard was taken 8th overall by the Cleveland Cavaliers. Sexton is the first Alabama basketball player drafted since Richard Hendricks was taken in the second round back in 2008. A big night for Sexton and the Crimson Tide program as a whole. After being selected, Sexton was asked about the possibility of playing with LeBron James.
It means a whole lot just because he's one of the best players that ever played basketball, and just being able to come in and learn from him, it'll be big for me and big for my growth.
It feels like, you know, we're back in the NCAA tournament again. My phone hasn't buzzed like this since we made it to the tournament, and it's all because of Colin getting drafted tonight with the 8th pick by the Cleveland Cavaliers. Couldn't happen to a better person. And I know his teammates are really fired up about this because they've been behind him 100%.
And taking a look at the top 5 picks, DeAndre Ayton went first overall, followed by Marvin Bagley III, Luka Doncic, Jaren Jackson Jr., and Trae Young.
In entertainment news this morning, ABC is moving ahead with the Connor family without Roseanne Barr. The working title of the rebooted show is The Connors. It'll premiere sometime this fall. The announcement comes a few weeks after canceling the sitcom Roseanne after Barr posted racist tweets. In a statement Thursday night, Barr said she regrets the circumstances that caused her to be removed from the show. She agreed to a settlement in order to save 200 jobs, calling the cast and crew beloved. Barr says she wishes the best for everyone.
Now, meteorologist John Nodar with your First Alert Storm Team forecast.
And immediately following the Connors, look for that new sitcom, The Nodar. check local listings.
That'd be a good one. That would be a really good
it's
one.
rebooted.
That's when they tell the same joke over and over. Is that what would happen?
That's exactly what happens.
Yes.
You just get 1 or 2 jokes, but we tell them 10,000 times.
Exactly.
And they're
right.
funny
And they're
time.
funny each and every time.
That's exactly right. Our forecast is a reboot of yesterday and the day before, so let's dive in here. There are a few changes that you'll need to know about, especially in our more northern communities. Hot with more inland storms and fewer storms along the coast. We do have very warm temperatures out there. I mean, it was already in the 80s at 4:30 this morning, and we're in the 80s now at Gulf Shores, Pensacola, and in Destin. 76 Mobile, 74 in Calvert and Grove Hill and Evergreen. It's 78 in Crestview. Relative humidity is just way up there. You'll notice it. You can't miss it when you walk outside. It just smacks you right in the face when you walk out the door. So be ready for that. Otherwise, I mean, it's summer on the Gulf Coast. You got highs in the 90s at a lot of locations, maybe a few 80s. A lot of this will depend on who gets rain and when. So if you get rain, you may not make the low 90s. But if you miss out on the rain, then the heat index is likely to go to at least close to 100, if not above 100. Now, it won't be exactly what it's showing here at 1 o'clock or at 2:15 for that matter, but just know that this is kind of the range that everybody will be in, that upper 90s to around 100. If you get rain, it will knock that number down as well. Right now, though, just a beautiful view from our Alpha Skycam at the Dauphin Island Sea Lab as we look out across Fort Morgan and Billy Goat Hole there to the left. It's really, I say Fort Morgan, Fort Gaines is on Dauphin Island. Fort Morgan's on the other side of the bay in Baldwin County. The umbrella forecast, I had to choose kind of a middle ground. I'm going with 30% chance of needing a Green and Phillips umbrella. On the radar, just a tiny little shower moving off of Magnolia Street and onto Old River Road in the Milton community. And we pull out to the wider view, you'll see just how tiny that shower is. You need your First Alert magnifying glass to see it on the standard view of the radar. Severe storm outlook has a marginal risk of severe thunderstorms in our northernmost communities, and this would be generally north of Highway 84 in Washington and Clark and Monroe counties. So just know that that's a possibility. Now, a severe storm, in this case, the threat would be hail or damaging winds, but it's only a small possibility that any of those storms will develop like that. Not every storm will be severe. You could have just a thunderstorm with thunder, lightning, and the usual gusty winds. You just want to stay on top of the weather, that's all. As far as right now, it's mid-level cloudiness and a beautiful view down Orange Beach, seen from the Alpha Sky Cam there. Surf looks to be about 2 to 3 feet, and there is a moderate risk of rip currents. Here's your forecast for today. Humid, partly cloudy, warm, all the summer things you expect, including a few summer thunderstorms. Again, the farther north you go, the more likely it is you'll see some rain. Now, this forecast model has almost nothing going on during the afternoon. I think there will be a couple of showers, especially at that point along the I-10 corridor. A few showers through dinner time tonight. But during the evening hours, a little later than usual, we're going to see those stronger thunderstorms in our northern communities. This will be 10 p.m. tonight. News 5's free weather app will help keep you on top of things. It has a great radar built in. It alerts you to rain nearby, lightning nearby, or most importantly, to any severe weather nearby. So a good thing to have this time of year. The extended outlook shows lower rain chances for Saturday and Sunday. Then we bump the rain chance back up to around 30% for Monday through the middle of next week. Daytime highs hover in the low 90s. Overnight lows stay muggy in the mid 70s, and we'll keep the high humidity every day as well.
An Alabama senator weighing in on the immigration issue. His thoughts coming up after the break.
The ultimate swim spa at Spa and Tub Manufacturers.
I'm JJ Hightail. As an ex-professional race car driver, I'm used to taking a few risks, which isn't always a good thing.
Proof of insurance, please.
That's why I'm insured by Direct Auto and Life Insurance. I can get a great rate regardless of my driving history. Call, click, or come in today.
Hi, Keith Palmer here with my son Jacob.
Palmer's Toyota, your Gulf Coast family store, is happy to announce its first ever family pricing event.
From our family to yours, get a family-friendly price on every new Toyota and used vehicle in stock.
At Palmer's Toyota, drive new 2018 Tacoma double cabs for just $192 a month. $192 a month for Tacoma double cabs. Drive new 2018 Highlanders for just $286 a month. $286 a month for Highlanders.
Palmer's Toyota Superstore,
your Gulf Coast family store.
At Firehouse Subs, subs are hot, hearty, and extraordinary. Every sub helps provide life-saving equipment for first responders. Nice jaws of life, Lisa. So more people eating at Firehouse Subs means more life-saving equipment donated to first responders. If you're gonna have a sub, have one that makes a difference. How's that taste, Jim? Introducing the new pastrami Reuben with our sweet and tangy slaw. Just $6.39 for a medium. Firehouse Subs. Enjoy more subs, save more lives.
Lovely starshine lights my way to bed. Magic rainbows glisten in my head. Just like a child, I live in Wonderland. All my dreams are coming true.
Because sometimes your mind is on things other than the road. Toyota Safety Sense comes standard. The 2018 Toyota Corolla. Get 0% APR for 48 months on a new 2018 Toyota Corolla. Toyota, let's go places.
Come experience Tanger and feel the savings.
The finds, the brands, the classics, the flavor, the fashion, the fun, the laughter, the value, the delight, the selection, the fit, the decision, the thrill, the friendship, the price, the deals.
Feel the deal at Tanger Outlets.
Hank's Happy Birthday USA sale.
Queen size 6-piece master bedroom suites, only $6.99.
Posturlux queen mattress set, only $2.99.
Kingsdown queen set with memory foam, only $4.99.
Serta Premium Pillow Top Queen Set, only $6.99.
Add an adjustable base, only $2.99. And a discount equal to your sales tax.
Right now at Hank's Fine Furniture.
I'm JJ Hightail. As an ex-professional race car driver, I'm used to taking a few risks, which isn't always a good thing.
Proof of insurance, please.
That's why I'm insured by Direct Auto and Life Insurance. I can get a great rate regardless of my driving history. Call, click, or come in today.
Time now is 6:25. House Republicans postponed a vote on a compromised GOP immigration bill. Conservatives and moderates are trying to work out differences within their conference.
Well, the Trump administration is looking to the military to house unaccompanied children, and there's no clear plan yet to reunite children who have been separated from their parents.
Alabama's junior senator is weighing in on immigration. Senator Doug Jones says getting lawmakers together on the issue will not be easy.
Just to simply codify something right now to keep families together but give them unlimited attention is going to be a hard sell, I think, in Congress on both sides of the aisle. So I think we've got to look at this and see where we're going to go and try to do some things to help secure the border, maybe give additional funding for some of these judges.
Congressional leaders say it will take a bipartisan effort. There are no signs of that, even as the House raced toward votes on two broad immigration bills that would, among other things, allow immigrant families detained after crossing the border to be held together.
Governor Kay Ivey has spoken. No Amtrak stop in Mobile, at least for now. The reason for her decision coming up.
6:26, keep it here on News 5 this morning. Plus, Kenny Fowler with your News 5 traffic report straight ahead.
Real news every morning on CBS This Morning.
Get your deal at Nissan of Mobile this month. With over 3,000 new Nissans, pre-owned and certified pre-owned vehicles to choose from, Nissan of Mobile has you covered. Visit us off East I-65 in Mobile and online at nissanofmobile.com.
Looking for a great deal on stainless kitchen appliances? Chavis has this Whirlpool refrigerator, range, dishwasher, and microwave on sale. Regular price $29.99, sale price $19.99. That's a cool $1,000 savings at Chavis in Chickasaw.
If you were facing too many bills, would you call attorney Stephen L. Klimjak?
Absolutely. The creditors have lawyers on their side. I need a lawyer on mine.
Oh, for sure. If I needed to protect my car or home, I want all the help I can get.
Definitely. Make one call and let him handle the harassing creditors.
It's a clear decision. I'd get the experience of Stephen L. Klimjak working for me.
If you're facing overwhelming debt, call attorney Stephen L. Klimjak, 694-0600.
Cat Country 98.7. Music, fun, concert tickets. The best songs in today's new country.
Cat Country 98.7.
Find your kind of summertime fun at Gulf Island's Water Park. From the Riptide Racer.
That's my kind of fun.
To the Lazy Pearl River.
My kind of fun.
To the Horn Island Blaster.
My kind of fun.
Over a dozen attractions in all, plus plenty of cool breezes and cabanas.
My kind of fun.
With miles of slides, discover soaking fun for the entire family. Find your kind of fun at Gulf Island's Water Park. For best prices, buy online and save.
Party jumping until the morning, feeling free, free, free. Guess who's back? Yours truly, Mr. Independent. Welcome to the new me. Nothing like freedom. I love to be free. World takeover. Time for 3. Cause ain't nobody ready to go. We gon' keep it going all night long. Yeah.
Norwegian Breakaway is coming to New Orleans. Book now and choose up to 5 free offers. Norwegian Cruise Line. Feel free.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Eastern Shore Toyota is on your side.
Camry, Tundra, Corolla,
Tacoma. At real low prices, come and see.
Check out these great buys from Chavis in Chickasaw. This Maytag 16-foot frost-free freezer is $469. That's $150 savings. Need big? This 20-foot Maytag is on sale for $649. That's a cool $200 savings. Plus, both have a 10-year warranty. Chavis in Chickasaw.
Choose from over 3,000 new Nissans to get your deal at Nissan of Mobile. And now through June 30th, take over $7,000 off MSRP on a new 2018 Altima. Come get your deal at Nissan of Mobile. Online at nissanofmobile.com.
Time now is 6:29. A beautiful sunrise to share with you on this Friday morning.
Oh, okay. I'm going to show off for you. I'm going to show off for you just a little bit. We've got some what I would call slight crepuscular rays in this picture right here. Check it out. Let's get some confirmation. We need confirmation on that. Here's John Nodar.
Bill, I can't believe you've been listening all these years. You're right. It was crepuscular rays. Absolutely a beautiful phenomenon. Meantime, we are looking here down the Mobile River with a lot of blue sky, pleasant conditions, quiet water, and the Gulf Coast temperatures 78 degrees with high humidity and not a breath of wind. The temperatures are in the 70s at a lot of locations, but already 80s along the coast, Gulf Shores, Pensacola, and Destin. Just be ready for a sticky start and a very steamy finish to this day. Some folks will see stormy weather as well. Right now, not much going on with the radar, but later today, things will pick up a bit. We'll talk about that and walk you through the weekend as well, coming up on News 5 this morning.
News 5 Traffic is brought to you in part by Green & Phillips Injury Lawyers.
Mobile police have just cleared that earlier accident involving injuries at Airport and Hillcrest. Traffic should be getting back to normal there. A couple fender benders, Theodore Dawes at Carroll Plantation and New and Halls Mill at Rangeline Road. No problems right now through the downtown area. Alabama Highway Patrol reporting no accidents. Looking good on the Bayway and Causeway right now, and in Pensacola, one accident involving injuries from earlier. Cervantes Street at A Street. Watch for some delays there. I'm Kenny Fowler with your WKRG News 5 Traffic.
Governor Kay Ivey says no to restoring Amtrak passenger service in Alabama. The governor announcing last night she will not provide state funding to create a stop in Mobile.
Well, her decision has city leaders and some residents disappointed. News 5's Katerina Lukatich has been following that story. She joins us live now with the latest. Good morning, Kat.
Hey, good morning, Bill and Jessica. A lot of people were excited about the possibility of getting Amtrak back on the Gulf Coast, but it doesn't appear that that is going to happen anytime soon, at least for Mobile. What the Southern Rail Commission was trying to do was restore daily passenger service between New Orleans and Mobile, with stops along the Mississippi Gulf Coast in between. Eventually, that service is supposed to stretch all the way down to New Orleans. In order to make a stop in Mobile a reality, Governor Kay Ivey would have needed to commit $5.35 million in state funding. Now, in a statement last night, Governor Ivey wrote she believes we have higher priorities, such as the Mobile River Bridge project and the expansion of the Port of Mobile. City leaders are disappointed in the decision. Mayor Stimpson released a statement saying we need to work to make this a reality, that it is important for Mobile, and that they're not giving up just yet. Some residents we spoke with are also disappointed in the governor's decision.
I was looking forward to being able to, on the weekend, get on the train, ride to New Orleans, have some great food, some good entertainment, and ride back home. And she killed all that.
This is something that really would have helped our future, tourism, travel. Everybody at some point in the year, or almost everybody, can afford a train ticket.
Now, Governor Ivey's Democratic opponent, Walt Maddox, also has said he believes Ivey made the wrong decision, saying this is a missed opportunity. We're not sure what the mayor and the city council have planned to do to put this project back on track, nor if the election will have any impact on the future of the passenger rail train. Of course, we'll continue to follow this story, but for now, no Amtrak coming to Mobile. Reporting live, Katerina Lukatich, WKRG News 5.
Thanks, Kat. Orlando's airport, it will be the first in the nation to require a face scan using facial recognition technology for all passengers arriving and departing on international flights. Customs officials say the scans will speed up boarding and get passengers through customs faster. Critics are concerned about how that data will be handled. U.S. citizens can opt out of those scans. In Okaloosa County, 6 brand new beach wheelchairs are now available for people to use on Okaloosa Island. Saltwater Restaurants, which owns local restaurants such as the Crab Trap in Destin and Floyd's Fish House in Fort Walton Beach, covered the cost of the wheelchairs. Each one cost about $11,000. The county says the new wheelchairs will help meet the more than 400 requests it receives each year for beach wheelchairs.
Baldwin County Schools will be the first county system in the state to have a school resource officer on every campus when school starts this fall. The school board approved a proposal that would require at least 17 additional officers be trained and ready to go by August. There are already 30 full-time school resource officers in the county with 47 campuses. The school board, county commission, and sheriff's office will pool resources to train and fund the officers.
It's a collaborative effort amongst a lot of people around our county. But the bottom line is for the safety and security of our children. We're being proactive.
Training for the additional officers will begin next month. A review of all safety measures in Baldwin County schools began after the Parkland shooting. It led to the idea of how to get an officer dedicated on each campus. Baldwin County Sheriff Haas Mack says just the presence of an officer on campus will prevent crime and quicken the response to any emergency as it happens. Baldwin County School Board also approved a new dress code for the fall. There is a different set of guidelines for elementary school students than middle and high schoolers. The most drastic change for the older students, they no longer have to wear polos, and sweatpants are now allowed. To see all the changes, visit our website, WKRG.com.
Happening today, Mobile Fire Rescues Friday at the Firehouse. Don't forget, it's at Station 6 on Hillcrest Road today. You're invited. It's an open house from 5:30 to 7 o'clock. Your chance to get to know the local firefighters and learn about the equipment and skills they use. There'll also be games and refreshments. Don't forget, Friday at the Firehouse continues every Friday through August 31st.
Now, meteorologist John Nodar with your First Alert Storm Team forecast.
Well, make a day of it. You got Friday at the Firehouse, and you also have future forecaster auditions at the History Museum of Mobile. Those auditions take place from 10 till noon today. I'll be down there. Come join me or go to WKRG.com to learn more about future forecasters. But essentially, it's kids 6 to 12. They'll perform an audition on camera, and if you are one of the 4 winners, then your audition will be shown on News 5, and you'll get to come by the station and tour the station and meet the meteorologist and just have a pleasant time. So, future forecaster today, 10 to noon, WKRG.com to learn more. Meantime, look at this. What a cool picture this is, looking over the bow of the battleship USS Alabama. A lovely sunrise there from the Alpha Skycam at Battleship Park. Radar shows not much, really. I know this looks like a lot, but I am zoomed in really close here onto Jericho Road, south of Killingsworth Crossroads in Okaloosa County, headed toward Range Road 207 and the Forest Highlands community. And if you look at the big picture, you can barely even see that shower. I mean, it is so tiny. Right there, there it is. That's what we were looking at. Elsewhere, it's quiet. Later today, we will bring back a few showers and thunderstorms, more likely in our northern communities. There's actually a small risk of severe weather up here in Grove Hill, Evergreen, maybe Chatham and Thomasville as well. Dew points are a big part of our weather today. They provide fuel for showers and thunderstorms because there's so much moisture in the air. But what you really notice is how humid it is. And the dew point comfort index is this. 40s is dry, 50s comfortable, 60s humid, and 70s is right where we are, and that's smack in the middle of the uncomfortable range. Over the next 12 hours, a quick warm-up takes us into the 90s by this afternoon. If you get rain, it'll knock that temperature down pretty quick, 7 or 8 degrees. The extended outlook is for lower rain chances over the weekend. 30% today is kind of a middle point. Lower rain chance. Oh, let me see if I can get that thing to come up. There we go. 30% is the middle point. A little lower rain chance at the beach, a little higher as you go farther to the north.
All right, lots of people at the beach this weekend. Good weekend for it.
Right, yep. All right, we've got more to come. Keeping you safe, the focus of the community meeting in Mobile. It's not the last one, though. We're going to look ahead. That's coming up here on News 5 this morning.
Time now is 6:38. It is Friday morning.
Traffic is brought to you by Spring Hill Toyota at 3062 Government Boulevard in Mobile and at springhilltoyota.com.
News 5 brought to you by Palmer's Toyota Superstore, the family store. You've got to see this place.
Pools, pools, pools. If you've ever wanted a pool, now's the time to buy. Sponta Manufacturers is having their pool inventory sale with prices like never before. Round pools, square pools, big pools. All pools are on sale now. Get that pool you've been dreaming of. Make the whole family happy. And Sponta Manufacturers can have that pool installed by next week. Pools, pools, pools on sale now at Sponta Manufacturers, Chickasaw and Gaucher.
Sponta Manufacturers.
Chris Myers Jeep, big time savings during the Jeep Celebration event. Introducing new 2019 Jeep Cherokee. Buy now with $9,000 total savings or $179 a month. Drive new 2019 Cherokee, $179 a month. Chris Myers celebrates Jeep. New Jeep Compass, $7,000 total savings or just $99 a month. Drive new Compass, $99 a month. Chris Myers Jeep in Daphne. ChrisMyers.com.
Whew, it's hot, Sarah.
Yes, it is, Tom. It's summer.
I'm not talking about the weather, Sarah. Hot prices for the hot weather, so to speak.
Right now, you can save a bundle during our annual Independence Day floor sample clearance sale.
Save at least an additional 20% off our lowest price on select floor sample furniture throughout the store.
So if you're looking to save a bundle on some reliable name brand furniture, come to Barrows.
Mobile, Pensacola, Flomaton, Dothan, and Andalusia.
Want a new Accord for less than the competition? Honda's got it. That's why you made Honda Accord the best-selling midsize car in America. And now, the all-new, totally redesigned 2018 Accord is available today for just $249 a month. That's right. Get a new Accord, the North American Car of the Year and Car and Driver's 10 Best a record 32 times for only $249 a month. Honda's got it this week at your Gulf South Honda dealers.
You've made us a part of your lives through the happy, the sad, the celebrations, and the accomplishments. You've welcomed us into your families, and we've welcomed you into ours. We thank you from the bottom of our hearts with a promise. The important things haven't changed, and they never will. M&M Bank, 85 years and growing.
CBS Tonight, plus-size supermodel Ashley Graham is going undercover. But can't she get a job?
So should I just, leave?
That's how we do it. New Celebrity Undercover Boss tonight.
The greatest risk right now is that asteroid hurtling toward us.
Last summer's suspense thriller, Salvation, is back.
I know what to do. There's still hope.
And the world will finally know the truth.
Oh, my God.
Salvation, season premiere, CBS Monday.
At USA Children's and Women's Hospital, we help people lead longer, better lives.
You're watching WKRG News 5, local coverage you can count on, with Bill Riles, Jessica Taloni, and meteorologist John Nodar. This is WKRG News 5 this morning.
6:42, beautiful sunrise. Earlier we had the crepuscular rays. I just like saying that. I don't know why. But a beautiful sunrise here at a Friday morning. Mobile Police hosted a community meeting for Precinct 3 on a new way to keep neighborhoods safe. It's called Project Shield. And what they're asking homeowners to do is to share security video with the police department. Mobile Police's Project Shield connects homeowners to officers. When homeowners give police access to their outside cameras, that can help catch crooks faster, according to them. Brenda Spencer grew up in Precinct 3. She came to the community meeting because her father still lives in that community.
Anyone that breaks into someone's house or takes something from someone's yard, a thief thinks that's mine. I'm going to take it when I've worked hard for it or my father or someone has worked hard.
Sometimes those camera feeds see stuff that you as an individual may not see because you may be in the interior of your home, may not be looking out a window when an incident occurs.
And while sharing your cameras may sound a little like inviting Big Brother into your home, police say they only check cameras when a crime happens in that area. The next and last Mobile community meeting scheduled for next Tuesday, June 26th. It'll be at the Tillman's Corner Community Center on Carroll Plantation Road. It starts at 6 o'clock in the evening.
Hundreds of demonstrators took to the streets of Pittsburgh last night to protest the fatal police shooting of a teenager. Angered by the killing of 17-year-old Antoine Rose, they stopped traffic on a major interstate for more than 3 hours overnight.
It was the culmination of a day of rallies and demonstrations throughout the city. The shooting, captured on cell phone video, shows the officer firing 3 shots. Police say Rose was a passenger in a car that was believed to have been involved in a drive-by shooting Tuesday night. 2 weapons were found in that vehicle, and according to the county district attorney, Rose was unarmed, but he was carrying an empty handgun clip. The car's driver was questioned and released. Sources say he was hired by Rose and another suspect who's still at large. The officer involved has been identified as Michael Rosfeld. He was sworn into the department about 90 minutes before the fatal shooting. Rosfeld has been placed on unpaid leave.
A major traffic alert for drivers over the next 10 days. You can expect major delays along Airport Boulevard. News 5's Katerina Luktich, what drivers need to know, coming up in a live report.
For the sleep of your dreams, look for the Z's. Beds Express.
Your kitchen is always so clean.
Oh, thank you. It's challenging.
Do you ever have any issues with bugs?
Issues? No, that's the easy part. We use Insect.
No ants?
Insect takes care of it.
No creepy roaches, spiders, mice?
Insect takes care of everything. Big, small, inside, outside, guaranteed. They even email a report with pictures. Call them and your issues will disappear.
Call today or find us online at nsec.net.
There's more winning at Island View Casino.
Friday and Saturday, it's our Summer's Here giveaway. Celebrate the season with 10 hours of $1,000 winners. Earn up to 50 times entries starting on Wednesday.
Then next Sunday through Thursday, 4 winners every 15 minutes will get $250 in our 4 for the Money giveaway.
And next Friday and Saturday, spin the wheel or play Plinko in our Dynamic Duo giveaway. Win up to $1,500.
There's more for you, only at Island View Casino Resort, Gulfport.
Catfish Junction is more than fresh fried catfish. We are mouth-watering steaks, slow smoked barbecue, and fresh Gulf seafood. Plus our world-famous hush puppies. And kids eat free on Thursdays. Catfish Junction, a Mobile tradition.
Nora O'Donnell, John Dickerson, Gail King. This is your eye-opener. This is your morning. CBS This Morning.
When you think Geico, think local. Many of your friends and neighbors have already made the switch to Geico since opening in Mobile. Call or come by today to get a fast free quote on your home, auto, or motorcycle insurance. Find out how much you can save on all your insurance needs. Get all the discounts you deserve from your local Geico office. We're located at 3766 Airport Boulevard in Mobile, or give us a call at 251-445-0053.
It's the greatest sale on earth, now through Memorial Day at Beds Express. Get instant savings of up to $600 on select Sealy mattress sets and save up to $700 on select Tempur-Pedic adjustable sets. Plus, get a $300 instant credit. Save up to 50% on our Tempur-Pedic floor models, too. Plus, free delivery. And you can rest easy with our 3-year comfort guarantee. You simply can't make a bad decision at Beds Express.
You say to yourself, one of these days we'll be ready. Then it happens. That's when you need more than just another bank. You need a true financial partner. With mortgages for any stage in life, Trustmark works with you to make the process easy. Whether you're just starting out or blending 2 families together. Because when you know this is the one, you just know. Trustmark. People you trust. Advice that works.
Don't get caught in the dark. See Chavis and Chickasaw offer your Generac whole home generator.
Well, we'll take you down to the mouth of the Mobile Bay and look at some drilling rigs down there this morning. A little bit hazy, but otherwise looking pretty good.
A warm start to your Friday morning. Let's check in with meteorologist John Nodar.
All right, and your Friday forecast headlines include another hot day with more inland storms and fewer coastal storms than we have had recently. Temperatures, a lot of 70s out there, but even starting at around 4 o'clock this morning, we had 80s in Gulf Shores, Pensacola, and Destin. So no messing around. It's warm out there, and when you mix in this really high humidity, then you end up with just a real steam bath. I want to point something out because we've been talking a lot about dew points lately as opposed to relative humidity. Notice that it looks like the relative humidity is lower in Gulf Shores, Pensacola, and Destin. In fact, it is, but there's the same amount of moisture in the air that you're going to find at all these other locations. It's just that it's relative to the temperature. So with a higher temperature, you get a lower relative humidity. That's why dew points are good. They stay consistent throughout the day. Temperature forecast for today includes highs in the low 90s. And if you get rain, it'll knock that down really quickly, 7 or 8 degrees. But if you don't get rain, you're looking at a heat index at or near or maybe even a little above 100 degrees. Not enough for a heat advisory, but enough for some heat common sense. And just be careful out there if you're working or playing outdoors. Heat index is in the shade, by the way. So if you're actually working or playing in the sun, you definitely need more water, more rest, shade whenever you can find it. Right now, not a lot of shade, but there's plenty of blue sky over the Midtown area seen from the Alpha Sky Cam. This is on our tower at Broadcast Drive, looking toward the north. Things look mighty nice here. 78 degrees, a little westerly breeze, and 90% humidity. The umbrella forecast today is a 30% chance of needing a Green & Phillips umbrella. That's kind of a midpoint of things, a little higher to the north, a little lower to the south. That little bit of rain that we had around Magnolia Street is now gone, and there's very little happening until you get out into the Gulf waters south of Destin. Later today is when we're expecting to see showers and some thunderstorms, and a few of those thunderstorms could be strong or severe. The severe storm outlook is for generally north of Highway 84. It would include Chatham and Thomasville and Monroeville. Marginal risk means a small possibility of severe weather, in this case, hail or damaging winds. So just be mindful of that. The extended outlook is for a 10% rain chance Saturday and Sunday, much lower rain chance over the weekend, bouncing back to 30% Monday through the middle of next week, highs in the 90s and lows in the 70s.
News 5 Traffic is brought to you in part by Green & Phillips Injury Lawyers.
Mobile Police currently working one fender bender right now at the intersection of Halls Mill and Rangeline Road. All the earlier accidents have been cleared and no new delays have popped up, according to both Mobile Police and Alabama Highway Patrol. Pretty smooth commute on the Bayway and Causeway so far this morning. No problems through either of the tunnels. And on the Panhandle in Milton, a new accident, Avalon Boulevard there at Highway 90. Florida Highway Patrol is headed to the scene. I'm Kenny Fowler with your WKRG News 5 Traffic.
We begin with the traffic alert this morning. Major repairs happening to a portion of Airport Boulevard at the I-65 overpass.
Well, those repairs start today, and it will result in some big delays and necessary detours for many of you. News 5's Katerina Lugan is joining us live now with what drivers need to know. Good morning, Kat.
Hey, good morning, Bill and Jessica. We all know that on a good day, it can't always be the most pleasant driving down Airport Boulevard, but that's expected to get worse over the next 2 days. That's because of some major road work. You can see the signs here letting people know that there are starting to be lane closures tonight starting at 7 p.m. Now, what AlDOT crews are actually doing is that they are repairing a portion of the bridge deck on the westbound lanes as you go over I-65. And because of that ongoing work that they're going to be doing, they're going to close the actual on-ramp for the entire scope of that project just to make sure that people aren't getting in the way of workers. They say this work is necessary, and what they're going to do is try to expedite it and work around the clock, but it is expected to take 10 days. So if you're driving westbound, you're going to want to expect some extra delays as you head to your morning commute. Now, if you normally take the on-ramp to get onto I-65, you're going to have to beware of detours. You're either going to have to go north and take the Dolphin Street exit, or you're going to have to go south and get onto I-65 at Government Street. And also, if you just regularly travel along the westbound lanes, expect some lane closures, both single and double lane closures in the westbound lanes as this work continues. Again, this work is expected to take about 10 days, so just beware if you regularly drive down Airport Boulevard that although it can take you long enough already, it could take even longer over the next few days. Reporting live in Mobile, Katerina Luktich, WKRG News 5.
Katerina, thank you. Now let's take a live look at the Bayway this morning. All clear at this hour. Not the case, though, yesterday when a deadly crash backed up traffic for hours. Around 8 o'clock Thursday morning, a crash started a chain reaction of crashes involving 4 vehicles near the exit to the causeway. 37-year-old Lori McClendon of Loxley was killed. Hours after that deadly crash, there was another one, this one in Northwest Florida. It happened on Interstate 10 at the Avalon Boulevard exit in Santa Rosa County. 76-year-old Jimmy Berger died after an 18-wheeler crashed into his truck. The Florida Highway Patrol says Berger suddenly slowed down, but the 18-wheeler did not have enough time to slow down before hitting him. The search for a killer continues in Northwest Florida this morning. Meanwhile, the victim is being remembered as a good person with a big smile. Wednesday night, 19-year-old Jaquan Berry was found shot to death near the intersection of Trenton Drive and Edison Drive in Pensacola. Sheriff's officials believe it could be a drug-related homicide based on evidence at the scene. The family that Berry was living with lives just about 100 feet from where he died. They say he stayed out of trouble. Jennifer Davis, the woman who lives with him, who he called Auntie, described the type of person who would do this to Berry.
A person that is selfish, because they took an angel. That boy didn't bother nobody. He didn't bother nobody. He didn't stand no mess. He kept a big smile. Every time you see him, he got this big old pretty Kool-Aid smile on his face. And I'd be like, boy, you know you got a beautiful smile. You know, he didn't bother nobody. He'll give you his last, the shirt off his back.
Investigators are asking for the public's help in solving this murder. If you want to submit a tip anonymously, you can call the phone number 850-433-STOP.
The body of a man was found outside a Dollar General store in Milton, Florida. Investigators with the Santa Rosa County Sheriff's Office were called to the Dollar General on Highway 90 in East Milton last night. Right now, the Sheriff's Office has not released the person's identity or a cause of death. An armed robbery caught on camera in Escambia County, Florida. This happened at the K&J Market on North W Street in Pensacola, not too far from Pensacola Catholic High School. The man in the dark sweatshirt, sunglasses, and white bandana covering his face pulled out a gun and demanded cash and cigarillos before running away. The man is also wanted for several other robberies in the area. If you know who he is and maybe where he is, call the Escambia County Sheriff's Office. Happening today, Robert Chapman is expected in court for a bond hearing this morning. He's in Mobile Metro Jail charged with assault. The charges stem from an incident Wednesday night inside Callahan's, a popular Irish pub in Midtown Mobile. Police say Chapman stabbed another man several times during an argument. Witnesses say people inside the bar were able to hold down Chapman until police arrived and took him into custody. The owner tells News 5 the victim and the alleged attacker are regulars.
It was very quick. Nobody heard what happened, and there was no time to stop it.
Last check, the victim was in critical condition, and while the crime is shocking to those who live nearby, residents tell us it won't stop them from supporting Callahan's.
Time now is 6:56. It is Friday morning, heading into what could be a really nice weekend.
Yeah, it's going to be a great weekend, and you got a lot of stuff to do. You got the Fridays at the Firehouse, and this, it's going to be the Future Forecaster auditions today, 10 to noon, and that takes place at the History Museum of Mobile on Royal Street. Go to WKRG.com for more information, but briefly, the gist of this is kids 6 to 12 years old come by, they audition for Future Forecaster, and we'll select 4 of those to play the auditions on News 5 during our evening newscasts, and you'll get a chance to come by and tour the station, visit with our meteorologist. It's just a fun time. So come on out there, check WKRG.com to learn more, or just drop in on us 10 to noon. I'll be down there as well at the History Museum of Mobile. So there's that, and then there's this beautiful picture here, which just a little while ago had a lovely phenomenon that Bill Riles was able to correctly identify for us: crepuscular rays. Fabulous. But now it's just a beautiful sunrise glinting off the Mobile Bay over Billy Goat Hole. On the radar, I was searching around for a tiny little shower I could show you close in, and then they all went away. So there's nothing going on right now except south of Destin in the Gulf waters. Temperatures are the big deal for the morning hours, with already 80s in Crestview, Destin, Pensacola, and Gulf Shores. And when you mix in dew points in the mid-70s, you get a real steam bath out there. Dew points are a good indicator of how much moisture is in the air. And when you get into the 70s, you're at the top of the scale, and that is the uncomfortable place. Here's the look down the road. As Jessica pointed out, we're in for a nice weekend. I mean, a summer weekend, no question. It's going to be warm and humid, but a 10% rain chance Saturday and Sunday, bouncing back to 30% on Monday.
All right, we'll take it.
We've got more to come. News 5 at 9 this morning. Devin Walsh will be here along with that guy right there, John Nodell.
See you then.
CBS This Morning is next.
WKRG aerial footage, sponsored by Green & Phillips. Brought to you by Serpents of Bienville at 754 Government Street in Mobile and online at serpentsofbienville.com.